air filters to purify the home air. If you have in your heating cooling unit HEPA filter, is that not enough? And you should get separate air filters for each room, and what kind of air filter is effective in removing most of the toxins. So that one is about the air filter. And the second question is, we have heard so much about exercise, but if the person has no energy and no motivation, and are taking the usual supplements, the B12 and D and some omega-3s, then what is there to help develop motivation, energy, overcome fatigue, and infuse the drive in the person who needs to overcome the disease?
I'll start. So, Ms. Sharma, thanks very much for the question. I can't answer the question about air filters. I really haven't looked into that in depth. I think the key thing with air filters is is we need to be mindful of the environment in which we live. You might have a clean air in your kitchen or your bedroom or in your house, but that may not be reflective of what's outside. Now, there's some suggestion if you're driving in traffic, you can do the the continuous air circulation so that you keep your windows up and you have the air in your car circulate itself. And air filters may be beneficial, but again, it's not an area that I've investigated deeply. What to do if you don't have the motivation for exercise? Maybe Steve's going to have suggestions here. We need to create a sport for everyone and everyone for a sport, and not everyone's got the same drive and motivation, nor does everyone have the same health and freedom of disability that many of us enjoy. And so we need to create opportunities for people to stay physically active regardless of their individual circumstances. And some people might need a little bit more support. I'll just say what I do for myself. Every time I exercise, I think about my future self. And I take care of a lot of older people, and I've never met an older individual who's ever regretted doing exercise when they were younger. So that's when I think about exercising. I don't do it for myself today. I do it for my, hopefully I like to be 70 or 80 years old, and I do it for that person. And tall people don't age well. You can't see it right now, but I'm 6'5", and I also realize that tall people don't age well. So I look at things for projecting forward into the future for me. Maybe that'll be helpful to you, but some people need other means of support.
Okay, yeah, a HEPA filter might be a good idea these days, both to filter out germs and bugs and other things, but it depends. If you're having smoke in your air, which can be very toxic, have a lot of pollutants in it, then you may need a humidifier combination with the filter in order to keep your air cleaner inside. Now, as far as exercise goes, I know that I love to run. That's my favorite sport. But every time when I get off my chair and get out there and start running, I feel great. And by the time I come back an hour later, I feel fantastic. So what you need to do with exercise is you need to do it on faith. Just get out there and do it. And you need to do what you love to do. We all have sports that we love and hate. Some people would never run, but they love to swim. Other people love to play ball. Other people like team sports. Whatever you like to do, that's what you should do, because you'll do it. And build it up little by little. One of my greatest teachers says, activity creates energy and inactivity breeds fatigue. I think of him almost every time I go running, because I know if I'm not active, I will be fatigued. And if I do get a nice workout in, I'll feel energetic. And another teacher says the legs pump the brain. Well, that's not anatomically correct, but it's true anyway. Thank you.
M.A., would you like to ask a question, and where are you from?
I'm from Los Angeles, and yes, I would like to ask about eggs. I realize this is whole food, plant-based, and I'm having trouble giving up. I've given up processed meat and red meat, but I like eggs for breakfast. Are there any that are healthy, or can I take out one yolk, or just no eggs? What's the deal?
Yes, you're absolutely right. No eggs, that's the deal. First of all, eggs have nothing in them that you want. Yes, they have protein, but we all get too much protein. We don't get too little. I analyze diets constantly for decades, and 3 people I found with low protein were getting half the calories they needed to survive. So protein we don't need. Lutein is advertised as being in eggs, but there's less than a dozen eggs. There isn't a leaf or 2 of kale. It's a very poor source of lutein. And some people talk about phosphatidylcholine being important for the brain, but that choline in eggs turns into TMAO, trimethylamine N oxide, which is tremendously bad for our circulatory system and our atherosclerotic plaque, and of course for vascular dementia. So in large part, the white part of the egg won't hurt you. I see no reason at all to eat it, but it won't hurt you. But the yolk part is very dangerous. They also bioaccumulate and environmental toxins. And of course, the yolk of the egg is tremendously high in cholesterol, which can turn to oxysterols and damage, again, atherosclerotic plaque and enter into our brain and damage our brain. So I would say no eggs would be just the perfect amount. In fact, a recent report looked at eggs causing cancer and cigarettes causing cancer. They looked at eggs per day and cigarette packs per week, and the graphs were almost identical.
Wow. Okay, thank you.
Sorry about that.
Ben, would you like to ask a question, and where are you from?
Yeah. I want to thank you very much. Give me time to ask the question. I'm from the Maryland in Baltimore. My question is, in China, they have said before they don't have a lot of medication. They use the massage every day, just comb the hair and comb the. Do you think the massage, like the 300 times from the brain, just like the comb the hair, then can recover the Alzheimer?
There have been a few studies, thanks for the question. There have been a few studies in massage in Parkinson's disease. I don't know about in Alzheimer's disease, largely not been shown to be terribly helpful. I know patients who do it, and it makes them feel better. But as far as changing the underlying pathology of the diseases, I think it's unlikely to do so. But in terms of improving relaxation or mood or reducing stiffness, it could be helpful.
Thank you. Because I read a lot of Chinese. They give the report. For example, some people almost forget many things. Then they just massage, then they try to concentrate. Then eventually they can remember. They can remember very long article. Exactly. They recovered. I don't know. This is I need the research to do. It's like the everyday comb the hair 300 times and concentrate.
Yeah, I hear the thing about combing the hair and might help with concentration, but I just haven't seen it. Of course, I'm not privy to everything that's written in Chinese or all the Chinese literature. If you have additional questions, you can email me at info@endingpd.org. If you have a study or something, I'm happy to review it.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Stephanie, would you like to ask a question, and where are you from? Stephanie? Stephanie, would you like to ask a question, and where are you from?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yes, I'm from DC, and I have a question. I have a disease called PCOS that causes insulin resistance. And I heard you guys speaking earlier about insulin resistance in fats. What about healthy fats like avocados, nuts, some of the healthier oils like avocado oil, olive oil, etc.? Are those off limits?
Oh, well, I'd love to answer that, Stephanie. I think that a reasonable amount of avocados is fine. Avocados have both vitamin E and vitamin C, not to mention carotenoids are very helpful from an antioxidant standpoint. And they have very low saturated fat. So they do have a little bit. If you eat too many of them, you can start getting in trouble. If you don't want to gain weight, you shouldn't eat too many avocados. We live on an avocado orchard, so we know about eating too many avocados. But when we get too many avocados, we make them into avocado fudge ice cream, which is just avocados and sugar and chocolate. Wow, and vanilla, that's great. So healthy fats, yes to avocados, yes to nuts and seeds, yes to nut butters, and yes to olives. As far as extracted oils go, try and eat the very minimum or no extracted oils because they've lost a lot of the goodness that's in the plant that they're made from. So minimize, if you do need to use some oil for cooking, a little sesame oil or extra virgin olive oil would be the choice. And I keep that down to a very small amount, please. Thank you.